and I have to say something about this. This is my theory. Might be going off the rails a little bit, but I feel like when it comes to co-parenting, fellas, you got to stay out your baby mama bed. Welcome back to A Reason to Chill podcast. You're one of the hosts, Derek. This is the other host, one of the other hosts, Tim.
We missing one.
Yeah, we missing one, but you know, life happened, but that's okay. Our brother will be with us soon.
Absolutely.
This is episode 1, The Return. We've been gone for 2 years.
That's a long time, bro.
Yeah.
So what you had going on in the past 2 years?
Whew, life was life, man.
What you mean by that? Life was life for everybody, man.
Went through a divorce. Went through a divorce, man.
Okay.
After 13 years of marriage, I went through a divorce.
All right, so we're not gonna get into details just yet. That's later on in the season.
Later on in the
details.
Season. Yeah.
So when it came to your divorce, like just to kind of dance around the subject for the most part, if you had to sum it up in what word and what caused your divorce, what would it be?
I would say, well, that's a good question. One word, I don't know if I got one word, but I would definitely say he definitely good at what he do. I would probably say, got stagnant.
I got you. Hey, so that's one thing I've learned with any relationship, getting stagnant it closes one door, but it opens another one.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that. I've been there. Like, as you said, he went through a divorce in the past 2 years. I went through a divorce in the past 2 years. Mine was a little different though. Mine was growth. Like, that's my one word is I feel we grew apart. Like, we went through a lot. Like, a lot of people, of course, y'all don't know me, so I'm new here. But for those who do know me, you know that I went through some shit since 2016. I lost 7 kids in 2016. And that's from 2016 to 2018, literally. In those 2 years span, in that 2 year span. And from there it was down here, like I didn't know how to handle grief. So we grew apart in that aspect.
Yeah. So
that's what my word is, growth. Like we both accomplished a lot of things, but we accomplished them as individuals versus a couple. So, and I get it with you being stale and stagnant, that can kind of cause y'all to grow apart.
Yep, and basically that's what happened with us. We grew apart. Mind you, we got married when I was 22 and she was 19. So yeah, and it lasted 13 years. So hey, things happen though. I done moved on. I'm dating again. Find me a nice woman.
We ain't there yet, man. We ain't talking about that. Hey, y'all, he jumping ahead. We about to take this break real quick, and we done jump into a subject that's deep, and we don't want to sober as a mug. So we gonna take a break.
Absolutely. We'll be right back.
Hey y'all, what's going on? So this is A Reason to Chill podcast. I am Tim, one of the co-hosts. I'm here with the creator of the show, Mr. Derek. We're missing a co-host tonight, Mr. Jason. Bro, we miss you, but we know life happened.
Yes, sir.
Things came up, so you couldn't make it to the show tonight.
Absolutely.
All right, so when we left out, we was talking about life over the past 2 years, the bad parts of it. So now let's jump into the good of it.
Mm-hmm.
So Derek, if you had to, I know my word for my past 2 years was growth, and what led to my divorce.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had to pick a word for the past 2 years for you of what made your life better, what word would you pick? If you had to sum it up on one word, what would you pick?
With me, it's gonna be kind of hard for one word, man. But I could honestly say rejuvenation.
Okay, that's kind of deep, man. Like, so
rejuvenation.
Basically, this is what I get from that. You leaving your ex-wife, y'all been married for 13 years. So like you said, it got stale.
Mm-hmm.
So what about the changes in your life made your life rejuvenated to make you be a happier person?
It's all about finding yourself again, man.
Okay. So
that's pretty much what it is. You found yourself again, and you look at things different, and now it's like you can focus on. Okay, I'll put it like this: when you in a situation where you both don't grew apart, but you still trying to fight to hold on, when you really know there's nothing there love, it's kind of draining. And I'm pretty sure she'll tell you the same thing. It's kind of draining.
Been there.
So when you detach from that, you find yourself again, and it's a refreshing feeling, like it is.
So I know for me, during that time frame of me kind of like you said finding myself, for me it was the fact of being able to breathe. Like anybody who, if you've been married before, you know that's a lot of pressure being married.
Yeah.
Because you got to wake up every day and you choose that one person. Yeah. And if you're that one person in our environment, it's kind of hard to do. Mm-hmm. But you have to find a way to do it for y'all to be good. Mm-hmm. But for me, I was able to breathe. Like the pressure that I had on me from losing 7, and the last 2 were actually twins, bro. They were actually born in 21 weeks. So to sit there and be able to hold your babies and listen to their heartbeats as it stopped, bro, I wish that on nobody. So for me, that pressure of trying to bring a kid into this world, having all types of health issues that go along with it, and feeling helpless because at the end of the day, you're the man, you're the provider, you're the protector, and you're not able to do these things. So for me, I was able to breathe. I was able to relax. It was the pressure of married life, and not even married life, but the pressure of trying to be parents came off of me, and it made my life easier in a sense. Did I lose a companion, a former best friend? All these things, yeah, I did. But at the end of the day, through prayer and relying on friends and talking to people and seeking therapy and help, I didn't see that much therapy. Therapy is new. I'm not gonna lie. Therapy was something that I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to reach out for help. And I had one day in September, and I was like, I gotta stop, because at the end of the day, if I don't, either I'm gonna do something to somebody, I'm gonna do something to myself. And I realized I was hurting the people around me more than I was doing anything else. So me being able to just breathe is how I learned to cope and just deal with the situation. But man, we went deep again.
It's cool.
Probably got me over here like getting emotional and shit on the show. Like we 2 cool ass dudes trying to just having conversations, and I'm getting emotional and shit. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah. So I know we talked about the past 2 years. Mine was breathing. Yours is what again? Rejuvenation. Yeah. So when it came to rejuvenation, and you said finding yourself, what did you find about yourself that you realized you were missing while you was with your ex-wife?
Well, for one, it was like, it's like when you love, it's like I was loving someone else more than I love myself. Okay. And that can be dangerous.
Very dangerous.
So I'm putting myself on the back burner to make sure somebody else good. And it's dangerous, man, when you do that. Yeah. Because when stuff go left, depending on where you at mentally, like it can really be catastrophic. Thank God, I got great mental strength. So yeah, but it is what it is, man. And one thing about life, you go through things, man, and everything is a lesson. Yeah. It's a lesson in everything, good, bad, or it's neutral. It's a lesson in everything, man. So you just gotta take things, learn from it, learn what not to do, learn what to do. And just gotta navigate through this thing called life. So yeah,
So that's a mouthful you just said, man. Yeah. So looking at me, like I said, mine was being able to breathe. Like I gave a little bit of insight on why I was able to breathe. But at the end of the day, I had to, like you said, find yourself again. You have to. He was with his for 13. I was with mine for 8. So I legit had to take a step back and realize who I was. And during this time, like going through the divorce, we were separated for 2 years. So mentally, I was good on that aspect, dealing with the not being together part. But that loneliness hit, man. And I know for me, with the loneliness, it opened the door for me to do things that I knew I shouldn't have been doing. And like I said, I hurt people in the process. So
Mm-hmm.
when it came to you and your situation, how did you deal with the loneliness aspect of it?
Oh, my kids, man. Like my kids were my shining star, man. Like, you know, I kind of like just focused in on my kids. Cause once I realized, like, okay, this is over with, I can't dwell on that no more. Like, now it's all about my kids. Like, I gotta make sure they good. Like, I got to be in a mental state to where I'm able to guide and raise them to be young men. I can't get stuck on something that is out of my control. So that's what I did. Focus on them, man, and I just locked in on them and like put in my mind, okay, boom, I'm a single father now, you know. Let's do it.
Now you say you got 2 boys, right?
Yeah.
What's their ages, man?
14 and 8.
Excuse me, my bad. Yeah, man. So at that age, that's a vital age for kids, especially boys, man. So I'm glad that you guys were able to come together and have that understanding of, hey, this isn't work for us, but we have to still work for them.
You gotta work for them, absolutely.
So with that being said, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come back and we're gonna actually touch on co-parenting, because I know for me that's a touchy subject in a sense, because mine has been up and down. So we'll touch on the good, the bad, things that work for him, things that work for me, and how we came to meet in the middle. So we'll be back. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back again. This is a Reason to Chill podcast. So I know you said that this is the first episode that you've done in 2 years. And I know you said some of the reasons why was finding yourself, going through a divorce, and just kind of dealing with life, started life in. So when speaking on a divorce, when it came to that, you got 2 boys. What's the good, the bad, and the ugly on your co-parenting with your ex?
The good would be the communication. It's 10 times better than it was when we were married. God honest truth. Which is a plus. The other good is like the schedule that we own, like we stick to it. Like we stick to it. Like it's no repercussion. There's no changing up. We really stick to it, and like it's in the groove. The bad, I really don't have a bad, man. It's like
that's different.
I really don't have a bad, man, because we stay out each other's way. Like we just make it seem it's just all about the kids. Like we don't do none of that, but we really stay out each other's way.
And it's been that way since y'all been divorced with the whole co-parenting?
Absolutely. And I have to say something about this. This is my theory. Might be going off the rails a little bit. But I feel like when it comes to co-parenting, fellas, you got to stay out your baby mama bed. That kills a lot of the tension. Stay out of your baby mama bed, and I promise you won't have no problems.
You
gotta stay out of bed, man.
Hey, that's facts, bro.
You got to stay out of her bed.
I had to learn that. So I'm divorced as well. I got divorced in 2011. November 2011. The first time I saw her was that January. Yeah, it happened. So when we saw each other, hey, meet me here, yada, 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 it happened. And from that January up until that March, I fooled around with her. Knowing she had a boyfriend. Knowing I'm single, I can do whatever I want to do. Knowing she got a boyfriend, I'm still sliding. Anytime I came to town, I go see my kid, I slide in, I slide out. And what made me stop was she put me in a position that could have made me lose my life. So, off topic, I jumped off topic because Derek done changed the subject, so we done jumped into something completely different.
Yeah. I just had to put, it was on my heart, so I got
it. Hey, sometimes it just guides you that way. Understood.
Yeah.
This is my situation. Call her, hey, what you got going on this particular week? And I planned the whole week. We went to Pigeon Forge, took the kids up there, and it was golden. While we were there, things happened. I booked a cabin, unintentionally booked a 3-bedroom cabin, thinking that my son and her daughter, who was basically my daughter, would sleep in the same room together. They were young enough. My son was 3. She was like 7, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere in that range. Thinking they would sleep together. Nah, they wanted their own rooms. I bet. I'm on the couch. She came to me. She was like, you ain't got to sleep on the couch. The hell you mean I got to sleep on the couch? Me just like, I was like, bro, I'm not sleeping in the bed with you. I said it. She was like, nah, you're fine. We ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to touch me. You stay on your side. I stay on my side. Yeah, okay. Bruh, get back to the house. Get back to Savannah where I'm from, because I'm going to leave. I'm actively honest, so I'm going to leave. She don't know I'm taking leave, so I go back to Savannah and spend some more time with my son. While we're there, I meet her to pick up my son. She takes her phone, texts her boyfriend. You ain't never gonna have her all to yourself. I'm still smashing. She's always gonna be mine. I know none of this, bro.
She got your phone.
No, she got her phone and texting her boyfriend.
Wow.
And I'm like, I know none of this. So my son goes back to her. He goes home with her. I call later, I'm like, hey, where's my son? Yada, yada, yada. What is he doing? And she's short talking me like she's mad at me. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, next thing you know, I hear my son in the background. The dude of my son, I had met the dude. We were cordial. My son in the background, my daddy got muscles. Oh, your daddy ain't got no muscles. Your daddy ain't shit. Nigga, what? Put that nigga on the phone right now. I'm not doing that. I'm at a female house, so I'm fussing with her at my shorty house. I'm talking to her at the time. And I'm like, put him on the phone. She was like, no. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Jumped in my vehicle and straight up.
Man, look at her.
And that process, I don't know what she told him, but he left.
Yeah, man, that could have. Yeah,
the next day, I go over to see my son. She was like, we need to talk. We don't need to do a motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
So I'm ignoring her. I'm my son, strictly my son.
Yeah.
So I get ready to go. She was like, can you talk to me? And I was like, nah, bro, because you lie too much. Like, you do too much shit.
Yeah.
She was like, she's standing in front of the door, would not let me out the house. She was like, well, I need yada, yada, yada to pay my car note. I just gave you money for him. That's the only person I have to give you money for.
Absolutely.
You are not my responsibility. She's still saying, I need this, I need that. Bro, move. She would not move. Picked her up and moved her. Like, she's not a little girl. I don't like little women at all. I don't like little women, so if you ain't 220, sorry. Picked her ass up and walked out the house. I get a phone call. Bro, you put your hands on her?
Oh,
nigga,
man.
what? Nigga, get the fuck off my phone. I cut. And he was like, yeah, I got the text message. She said, bitch, nigga, I ain't sent you no motherfucking I'm going off. And I don't even know what this nigga talking about. He was like, yeah, you sent me this, that, yada, yada, yada. Nigga, I ain't sent you nothing, nigga. She sent you that shit.
Bro.
I've never touched her phone. And he was like, huh? I said, nigga, I could tell you exactly where we were when she sent you those messages. We're on Walgreens parking lot. I took my son in the store to get some candy and something to drink. And she sent you that bullshit. And he was like, for real? I was like, yeah, bro. I can. And I pulled out I had a receipt from Walgreens with the timestamp on it when the text messages came through. And he was like, bro.
I'm saying, bro, like.
So, like he said,
yeah.
If you want peace and you moved on, stay out your baby mama big.
Yes.
And you don't even gotta say baby mama, you can say your mother, your child,
mother,
your ex-wife, your ex-girlfriend, baby mama, whatever title you give her, bro. If you done, stay out of her bed.
Yeah. And that's the term I really like to use too. I think I said it earlier, but yes, mother of your kids, like, don't be engaged in no sexual activities, no flirting. Hey, keep it about them kids, and I promise you, the co-parenting will make your life easier. Because at this point, that build a type of respect. Like, you're like, okay, yeah, we're not even doing that. We're not doing none of that. You got to set boundaries. Like, you have to set boundaries with people when it comes to that. You have to.
Gotcha. So, my co-parenting, I went off on that, but my co-parenting has been the ups and downs, roller coaster like anybody else. Mine has started out great, went bad, went left. Starting to come back together a little bit. It's better now that my son is older, so he can't be told certain things that's not true. So my son can see for himself kind of what's going on. So my brothers, if you're out there and you got younger kids and you in the struggle, stick to it. Like your kids will see who you are no matter
Mm-hmm.
what they're told.
Absolutely.
Because my son was told so much everything about me, man. As he got older, he was like, "Dad, none of it was true." And I was like, I tried to tell you that, but you didn't want to listen to me because somebody else was telling you. And he was like, "Yeah, I see that now." So stick to it. Your time to shine is coming. You're gonna bite this bullet, but remember who you're doing it for and who you're being a represent. Remember who you're showing your kid who you really are.
Mm-hmm.
So that way they know who you are no matter what is told to them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that being said, we're gonna step away for a hot second.
So,
and we'll be back.
All right.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to a Reason to Chill podcast. So, we've talked about some deep subjects. We talked about co-parenting. We talked about divorcing. We talked about our lives for the past 2 years. So now we're gonna get into something that a lot of people have kind of been going back and forth with on what worked for them and what's good for them. So talk about some gender roles and being that overall gentleman.
Absolutely.
And how to take care of your lady. So I know in a lot of households, people call it keeping up with the Joneses. D, when it comes to you and your lady, because you say you're dating, right?
Yeah.
How long y'all been together?
Oh, about to be 2 years in March.
2 years? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know y'all tired of this question when you ask him to marry you, bro.
Godspeed. But it's gonna be soon though.
I like that answer. You know how you say he diverted that and I ain't answer that and I ain't ready.
Godspeed. But it's coming.
Got you.
Yeah.
You ain't talking to me right now. Because I figured you'd return that back on me, but I ain't answering that question. So I will answer that question. So I have a date in mind. I already know the date I'm gonna ask mine to marry me. I already know. All I think I'll wait for is time to continue to work itself for us to grow together and we can continue to check these boxes that we need to see for each other.
Absolutely.
Even if she says she's perfect.
Yeah. Yep. That's why I said Godspeed, because it's some boxes I need to check off, but yeah.
So when it comes to you and your lady though, for real, what are some of the things that you must do for her as a gentleman that you feel are just things that you just cannot have her go without?
I'm gonna go a little deep with it, man. Like respect, like treat her with the utmost respect. And treat her like a woman, like treat her like the queen that she is. You know, man. I'm all about respect, and of course, be loyal to her. You know, I feel those two things supersede a lot of things. And then when we get into the other bracket of opening doors and and just doing all the gentleman stuff, I have to get better at that. Like, cause when we go out on dates, like I ain't gonna lie, I'll be so ready to get into the establishment. We'll just walk together. I don't come around, open the door. I don't open the door for her to go in, get in the car. So that's something I got to get better at. I do. I definitely got to get better at that.
All right, so I'm asking you a question. When it comes to you saying you're going to get better at it, what is one way that you can mentally practice for yourself to get better at it?
When mentally practice, I just got to make a mental note and just know that, okay, when we get ready to go out, I'm going to just beeline to the passenger side because I know she's going, because I'm going to be the one driving, and then I'll just open the door. I just got to create a habit. Because I used to do it when we first got together. I don't got to look comfortable. So, man, I gotta break that mold. I don't got complacent and comfortable. And, that's another thing you can't do when you're in a relationship, getting comfortable and complacent. So,
yeah.
I
get that. So I know for me, some things that she ain't gonna do. One of them is opening the door. Like I tell people all the time, that's just me. Like, and I've been that way. So I've gotten more focused with it in my current relationship. Like my last relationship, I would open the door when we leaving the house. I would open the door going in the buildings, but I never opened the door for her to get out the car. That's something that I focus more on and make sure something that she just shouldn't have to do. And honestly, bro, you know where I got that from? Talking to homegirls. Like, talking to my homegirls, trying to figure out what do they look for in a man. What are some of the things they like? And just, fellas, if you have a female friend, a friend, not somebody who you used to mess with or anything like that, a genuine friend, ask her questions, man. If she's a true friend, bro, she's going to point you in the right direction. to how to treat your lady. Like we sit up here and have conversations off camera about things we do. Like I'm always plotting.
Yeah.
Like always plotting. Like trying to figure out the next date night, the next place we going. Like you have to do these things as a man in a relationship because no woman wants to hear, "What do you want to do today, bro?" What?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Like, and then me personally, bro, I find stuff like off the beaten path to do.
Yeah.
Like I sent my lady the other day something about going to make a rug, like rug making. It's something different, man. You can't go to the movies. You can't go out to eat all the time, but you have to think outside the box and do something a little bit different.
We're gonna get to that, bro.
I get it, bro. We all are. So you gotta just be creative. And honestly, bro, you know why I get a lot of my stuff from? Social media.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong. I try and think of things outside the box. Like a couple of weeks ago, I called her like, "Hey, what are you doing today? What are you doing on this particular day?" You know, she's busy as hell, so I gotta get on her schedule. You know, she's busy, as she put it. But you know, I called her like, "What do you have going on this particular day?" She was like, she didn't have anything going on, and I was like, "Okay, good. Don't plan nothing."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Why?" I'm not telling you. Yeah. Just don't plan nothing. So
absolutely.
She actually listened for once. You know, hard-head ass. She don't listen. So she actually listens to. Actually, I'll take that back. She's getting better. Because at one point she did listen. She did whatever the hell she wanted to do. But now she actually listens most of the time. And she didn't plan anything. So that morning, I sent her an address. I just said, "Meet me here." You know, we met. I can't think of the name of the park. It's downtown, the big ass oak tree downtown Jacksonville. Can't think of the name of the park right now. But I told her to meet me there. She got there. Drone was already in the air. I fly drones. Drone was already in the air. I recorded her walking from her car, walking to me. Keep in mind, she's busy because she's on her phone, not doing what I want her to do at that moment. But she walked to me and I had a whole picnic laid out. Like I figured out something that she hadn't eaten before. Shout out Chicken Salad Chick. Y'all came through clutch because it's something she hadn't had before. And I had, I simply got a sample pack. I got a sample pack of chicken salads. I went to Publix and got some specialty bread. Don't go get no bullshit bread, fellas. Go get some fancy bread or something. Show us something a little bit different. I went and got the fruit. I went and got the...
Take note.
Yeah, I went and got the
I'm
fruit.
definitely taking note.
I went and got a lemonade. I had some Tito's. I put it in a double seal cup, so it stayed cold. So had the wine glasses there. All I think she had to do was show up. Music playing, white sheet laid out. I dropped the video so y'all can actually see it. So I put the link in it so y'all can actually see the videos on my TikTok. Her showing up, music playing. Actually, bro, you just gotta think outside the box when it comes to being that gentleman role, that taking care. It's the little things, man.
Yeah.
So like, I go to her house. First thing I would do, if I see the trash full, I take it out.
Yeah.
If I see something needs to be done, one of her cabinets was loose the other day. I tighten the screw. Literally, I grabbed the screwdriver and I tightened the screw. It's not that hard. Because if you're paying attention to those little things around the house that needs to be done, that's things she got to worry about. Because 9 times out of 10 at our age, bro, they're single moms.
Yeah.
Like, what female is not, it's a couple of them out there, and no shout out, no slight to anybody if you are not a mom, I understand it. But, bro, what female our age has no kids for the most part? So she's dating you, she has kids. Those kids are going to be her priority.
Absolutely.
So if you can take those little things away,
life will be better so much easier.
It's going to make life easier for you because guess what? Now she could think of things that she could do for you because you're thinking of things to do for her.
Absolutely.
And it's not a tit for tat. What word you just used?
Reciprocation.
It's not a tip. Tit for tat is that petty side. When it comes to relationship, it's reciprocation. So if I'm going to do something for you, you're going to do it for me. And we both will find little things to make each other happy. But like that whole gentleman role, man, like opening doors, taking out the trash. Like, bro, it's times where, case in point, I was living in Atlanta last year before I moved to Jacksonville. She was coming to see me. She likes to drive fast. In Georgia, She got a whole super speeder, bro.
Ooh, they don't play up though.
Ticket smooth $600-700.
Yeah.
But she was coming to see me.
Yeah, they handle that.
Hey, you were driving, you were speeding.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay the whole damn thing, but I'll see you half of it.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, the type of person she is, if you tell her you're gonna do something for her, she's not gonna ask you about it.
Yeah,
She's gonna sit back and let you see if you do it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I did forget about it, and when she mentioned saying she paid it, I was like, oh, I never sent it. Zelle. Right now. It's not that hard. Be a man of your word as a gentleman.
Absolutely.
Take care of the little things.
Absolutely.
And it's something that I heard before, God bless the dead, Nipsey Hussle. He said something that I literally take to heart. Study your queen.
Yep.
Learn what she needs before she even asks for it.
Even next. Absolutely.
And she tells me all the time, like, you pay attention to me. Like, you know what I need. Like, I don't have to ask you. Now, me being petty, because I'm just a little bit petty, we sit on the couch. She knows she put her feet on my leg across my lap. I'm going to massage your feet. I'll make her ask for it now. She knew about before she had to ask for it, so now she had to ask for it. Why should I just know? Tell me what you need. Tell me what you want. And I take it back. It's not even me being petty. It's me having her communicate with me the needs that I don't see. Because I'm not going to see everything.
No.
So she can tell me. She ain't got no choice. Otherwise, I sit there. I know exactly what she want, but I play slow. So, speaking of the household and taking care of things in the house, what is your thoughts on that? Like, how do you feel about cooking, cleaning, and doing the other little things around the house?
Well, for me, when it comes to outside work, I got that. That's me.
But what if she wants to help you do the outside work?
Okay, it's cool. But if she want to help me, that's cool. But I'm not going to allow her to initiate the process of getting something done.
Got you.
You get what I'm saying? Like, the grass cut, and she got to go out there and cut it, and you got a whole grown man, and no, we're not doing that. Nah, like, she's not allowed to initiate no type of process outside of work. Like, I'm going to initiate, and if she want to come out there and help me out, cool. And that be some bonding time. You know, we talking and we doing a project together.
Got you.
And you know, on the inside of the house, like I chip in up, clean, we cook together.
Got you.
Yeah, we cook together, man.
I'm struggling with that one, bro.
Yeah, we cook together, bro.
And the kitchen together, I'm struggling. Like, because kitchen is my me time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm in the kitchen and you doing what?
What?
You want to do who? Like, I'm getting better with it.
Yeah.
But she'll be in the kitchen with me, and she'll be doing something on the other side of the island, and I'm cooking and doing my thing. And we'll have a conversation. So I'm getting better with it. But before, you where?
Yeah.
In the woo? Nah, bro. I leave. Let me know when you're done. I'll come back.
Yeah.
So, but I'm getting better with it. With just being in the kitchen. Like, I like having her around. Like, she brings a smile on my face.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know. I think she put a spell on me, bro.
It's a good spell, though.
Nah, she ain't put a spell on me. I know what she put on me. I know what she put on me.
Hey, man.
You know, that's a whole nother subject.
Hey,
we'll talk about that another show.
Hey, man. You know,
that's coming, though. You know, we got to get deep with these things. We got to talk about the things that people think about and people want to hear. Like, y'all got to realize, y'all not the only person that have these thoughts and these feelings. We all have them. We just got to be open up and share them.
Yeah, man.
So, with that being said, we'll be back. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the Reason to Chill podcast. It's your boy TIM. My boy D over here sitting down. We hanging out, chilling tonight. Like you said, the name of the show is what's the name of the show?
A Reason to Chill.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, like we said before, my boy D is the creator of the show. We're actually missing a co-host tonight. My boy Jason. You know, life happens. He had to pull up to work tonight, so he got the family to take care of. So we ain't knocking that whatsoever. But we gonna make it happen. He gave his blessing for us to do the show without him. So, but bro, you are missed.
Absolutely.
So, Derek, when it came to being married, you were married for 13 years. If you can list the top 3 successes from your marriage, what would it be?
Well, the birth of our kids.
Okay. 2 boys.
Yep. The birth of our boys. You know, the actual experience of marriage. I mean, that's a plus.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. You know, no, I never speak against marriage. Uh, and the third thing was, just, whew, yeah, that's a good one. The third thing would be, I don't know, Tim.
So, question. I
I
know
don't know.
that third one's kind of hard to.
Yeah.
What is something that you guys accomplished during your marriage, outside of your kids, outside of the experience? What is something that you guys accomplished together?
Oh, we moved to Jacksonville. Like we never were able like to purchase a home, nothing like that. But we moved to a city to give our boys a better opportunity to be successful in their life right along with us. And I kind of like I did the move. Like definitely, I met some dope people along the way.
So, where you from?
I'm originally from Moultrie, Georgia. Southern city in Georgia. It's about 45 minutes west of Austin. So.
About 12 people that live there, y'all, for real.
Yeah.
Like 12 people. Him, his mama, and his aunties. That's it.
But yeah, man, it's a small town.
Got you.
Yeah, it's small.
Okay. So for me, we've touched on it, and I've kind of danced around the subject a little bit. I've been married twice. The first marriage was with my son's mom. Married 5 years in that marriage. The second marriage was with my twins' mom. I've lost 7 kids. That's the one I lost the 7 kids with. We were married for 8 years. First marriage successes, 3 of them. My son. My military career, because she was not a vital part of it, but she played a role in my military career. She's one of the reasons why I went in the military, even though she wanted me to go in the Marines, and I told her, hell, fuck no, I ain't crazy as shit, and I ain't trying to be crazy, so I went in the Army. Air Force was the first choice, but they wanted me to wait too long to go, and I was ready to go. And that third one, we drove halfway across the country and didn't kill each other. So overall, out of the 5 years we were married, we stayed in the same house 18 months. So there's not many successes that we had. We had some good times, don't get it wrong. High school sweethearts. We've known each other since we were 13, 14. We got married at 24, 25. So it took a minute to lead up to it. So those are my 3 successes. From now on, my second one, transitioning out of the military, that was hard as fuck. Oh my God. That's a whole life change. And having somebody there who understands it, because she's a vet as well, so she understood my transition, so she helped me through it a lot. Helping her in her career, like she's a nurse practitioner now, so helping her graduate and being there for her for that was a success in our marriage. And the third one, surviving. Losing 7 kids, I don't think people understand the toll that takes on you mentally. So still being here and having someone who, as a last resort, I can call if I absolutely need to talk. So that's a success, that we don't hate each other from the marriage.
Gotcha.
So those are my 3 successes from both of my marriages. Now let's get to that dirty part. That shit that sit over there in the shadows that you don't want to talk about. What are some of the non-successful things from your marriage, B?
Non-successful. I'm gonna do it like this. Non-successful, like the communication was subpar. Like it wasn't up to like it should have been. Unsuccessful. Ooh. Trying to put me on the spot, so to say.
Always on the spot.
Yeah.
They gotta ask those tough questions.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I say communication. Definitely complacency. Man, and I guess I could say we were just on 2 different paths. Like she had a vision on a certain thing, and I had a vision on a certain thing, and it just was nah. So I just say the vision.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you a question since the vision part of it came up.
Yeah.
You guys were married for 13 years. When did you guys' vision become something different from each other's? Because at one point you guys were married, you guys had to have the same vision at one point.
I would probably say around 2017.
And what year of marriage was that?
That was year 9.
Okay. What do you think changed?
I don't know, man. It just that's something I still don't know the answer to this day. Like it's just something, man. It just I don't know. It was just like a switch. Like, hey, this is what I want for my life, which is okay. Like you have that right to feel that way.
Absolutely.
But I just feel like by us getting married young, I guess she felt like her youth was like passing her by, and just missing out on fun, I guess.
Mm.
So I could just say the vision was different.
So somebody else I know who kind of feel like they were missing out on life.
Yeah, so that's okay, it is what it is.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Alright, so for my first marriage, my non-successful stories of that was one is communication. Like he said, communication plays big.
It
So
definitely do, man.
I'm gonna say that's a non-successful on both of them. So I didn't honestly, bro. I didn't know how to communicate. Like I thought I can come home. How's your day? Fine. What'd you do today? Word. I saw some patience. Like I've learned over time, man. Like if your lady is asking that question, like she's genuinely interested in what you got going on, so you give her those details.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like I work in sales, so on the phone or when I see her, how's your day today? It was cool. I talked to this lady about this, that, yada, yada, yada. So I go into detail now, and that opens up the door for communication in so many other areas. And fellas, if you really want to know your lady and start communicating with her, she'll give you some more often. Communication opens doors and legs.
Oh, man.
But am I lying?
Nah, you're not though. You telling the truth.
So you gotta think about it, man.
Yeah, it's jokes and giggles, but yeah, that's definitely facts.
It's jokes and giggles, but at the end of the day,
facts.
it's the truth.
It's the truth.
Like if you don't communicate with your lady, like you're not gonna get what you want.
Mm-mm.
So that's why I said I make her tell me what she wants. You want a foot massage? Tell me you want it.
Mm-hmm.
But for real. So another non-successful from the first marriage, parenting. Like she had a daughter when we met.
Mm.
So keep in mind, like we knew each other in high school. We dated in high school. We broke up. I went off to school. She went off to school. I came back. She got pregnant when she was off to school, and she came back. And I didn't even know she was pregnant until my goddaughter was being born. So my goddaughter and her daughter were born on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
And I happened just to be walking through the hospital, and I saw her name on the screen, and I'm like, what the hell?
Mm.
So I go looking for her. I couldn't find her because they had her in ICU because she damn near died.
Mm.
But we talked afterwards, and I told her that story, and she was like, "Yeah, my mama wouldn't let you see me anyway." And I was like, "I got it. Like you were about to tap out."
Yeah.
So co-parenting was one. So her daughter, that was my daughter. Like her name is literally tattooed on me. That was my daughter. Because from the time when me and her started dating, her daughter was 2. When we started dating again, her daughter was 2, and then when we divorced, her daughter was 11. So I was daddy.
Yeah.
And I have no issue with that. But just the co-parenting aspect, parenting aspect. Because even though you're married to somebody, you're still co-parenting.
Yeah.
You still have to communicate as if on being on that same page. You're just in the same house, but you're still co-parenting.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one, I hate to say this, but infidelity.
Mm.
That's what was not successful in my first marriage because neither one of us were ready to be married.
Mm-hmm.
Will she admit to her infidelity? I don't know, and I don't care. Will I admit to mine? Yeah.
Mm.
Like, it got so bad with me and her, bro. Like, her grandmother told me she was doing stuff.
Mm.
Her best friend when my son was born said, you might want to get your son tested. She don't know that, but if she sees it, she'll know. Mm. But, yeah. So the second marriage, I've already given the first one, which is communication. The second marriage was a failure. Grief. Mm. Grief is a motherfucker. Like,
yeah, man. It takes a toll on you.
If you don't handle grief properly, like it literally will drive a wedge in between you and your loved ones. Yeah. And the third one was honestly time. Like our time had ran out. Like there was never no love lost between us. It's just we weren't in love with each other anymore. Yeah. So we were grown enough to understand that and knew enough to walk away. Yeah. Before we hurt each other even anymore.
That's just being grown about it, you know.
You know, sometimes you have to actually put your big boy drawers on that. I went to her and told her, it's like, hey, this ain't working for me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go ahead and file paperwork. Like, I said that in April of 2022. And I drug it out until I knew for sure that's what I wanted. And when I really, really, really knew it for sure is when I met my current. We were both going through a divorce when we met. I hadn't filed yet. I was separated, but she was already filed.
Mm-hmm.
And we met. We started talking and became friends. And it grew from there. And I was like, yeah, I need to go ahead and file this paperwork. And the paperwork was filed. And 60 days later, it was uncontested because we both knew what we were.
Absolutely. Best ones.
And we were divorced. So, with that being said, we just hit another somber moment where we kind of down a little bit. So we're going to step away and we'll be back. Hey, what's going on? We're back with A Reason to Chill podcast. So, Derek, I got a question for you before we get into the next topic. You came with, the name of the show is A Reason to Chill podcast. You're the creator of it. Mm-hmm. This is your brainchild. Mm-hmm. What does A Reason to Chill mean to you?
I mean, the title explains itself. You know, it's a reason to chill with my bros. We chop it up, you know, put tough conversation on the table and we talk about it, hash it out. And, you know, just try to give people that input, that advice, or anything that they're going through. You know, we just try to beat up for each other, man. But yeah, hence the name. I'm gonna give you a little backstory on the Reason to Chill podcast. Me and my other co-host Jason, like it was back in 2017. We was sitting in my house, and we was sitting there just chopping it up and stuff. And we was like, man, we need to come up with something, bro, like some type of show or something. And I'm like, yeah, you right, man, because, you know, we always talking about sports or relationships. Like, every time we link up, like, it's always some dope conversations. And so, during the 2019 year, that's when I started taking it serious. I was like, okay, yeah, maybe this can get some steam. So, New Year's Day, 2020, like, I had, threw, like, this New Year's Day party at my crib, you know, invited some people over and stuff. And Jason came over, and we was sitting there talking, and we looking at we sitting there and just envisioning stuff. I'm like, yo, like we really can do something with that. So that whole year 2020, I just went to planning. So I couldn't come up with a name at first. I had all kind of names. Like I probably had like 5 titles, and then I'm just sitting there just scrolling on social media one day, and out the blue, like the title just popped up in my head. Like I'm like, yo, that's it, A Reason to Chill. And then, you know, I got my first mic, and here we are.
So, with that being said, we're going to bring y'all in A Reason to Chill, episode 2. We'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to A Reason to Chill podcast. It's your boy, Tim. Sitting here with Derek, getting these segments in. You know, we got to get y'all some dope content and get y'all some things that we need to talk about as grown men and realize that these things have to happen in order for us to be successful. So, Derek, I got a question for you. I know as you get older, you just hit what, the ripe age of what?
38.
38. All right, man, whatever. I want to hear that. But no, man, all that gray hair on your head, I got it. 38. Got it.
Yeah.
I can't say nothing. I got it all right here, but I keep it shaved so you can't even see it.
Yeah.
So, I'm 42. So, at my age, I'm realizing that I can't do the shit I used to do. I can't move the way I used to move. I can't stick and move and jab the way I used to. One thing I can still do good, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. So, Derek, when it comes to you and aging, how has that affected your everyday life with getting older?
To be honest with you, man, the process been kind of good, man. I ain't really had no issues, man. You know, like the aging, the only thing I have a problem with is my hair. Like I feel like I'm too young to have all this gray hair. Like that's if I had to complain about anything, it'd be that.
So with that, is it hereditary?
It's hereditary.
Okay,
my mom,
so it's a family thing.
Yeah, my mom and grandma head full of gray hair. Okay. Yeah, but yeah. Other than that, The aging process for me, I feel good to be 38. I feel real good, you know. I feel real good.
So real talk, you gonna run a full court of basketball right now?
Uh,
And be for real.
to be for real, I have to warm up a little bit. But once I get going,
That's like a 3-day warm up, y'all. Just so y'all know.
No, I have to warm up. But once I get going, I'm good to go. I pace myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, no, I can't do that shit.
Yeah. Once I get going, once I pace myself, I'm good to go.
I'm gonna die at I'm done. So I got a bad knee. I blew my knee out in 2012. So that's the reason why I can't do it no more. So I'm out of shape because I can't run the way I want to. While there are other things I can do as far as to keep myself up, like I do go to the gym. I haven't been in a minute. I like to lift weights. I always say if I can move heavy shit, I'm good to go. Absolutely. So I like to pick up heavy shit and move it around because, you know, like I said, you gotta be 220 to do something. So, you know, I like to, you know, pick them up and do what I gotta do and, you know, make them feel. What Halle Berry said in the movie? Make me feel good.
Oh yeah.
I gotta make them feel good. So, you know, I gotta be able to pick them up and move them around. Monster's Ball, right?
Monster Ball, yeah.
Her and old Billy Bob.
Billy Bob Thornton.
I gotta be able to pick them up and move them around, you know. Just, if I want them in a position, I gotta get your ass, you know. So I like to move heavy shit around. So, when it comes to aging, self-care is very, very important.
Absolutely.
And self-care isn't always going to the gym, playing sports, running around. You got to look at self-care in that whole totality aspect, whether it's mental or physical. So, Derek, I know we've talked in the past about things that you do with self-care on the mental aspect. When it comes to some of the things, I know we talked about reading. I know you mentioned the book recently that you read. What was that book?
Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's what I'm currently reading now.
Okay.
And I just got finished reading Charlemagne's the guy book. Dang, what's the title of that book?
I didn't worry about it. We got it. We got it.
Yeah. His first book.
Shout out to you. We appreciate the work that you put in there. That's a plug for you, even though you ain't paying us for it, but got it. Yeah, man. So what are some of the other things you do outside of the physicality of it? What are some of the other mental things you do to kind of just...
Well, it's something I'm going to start to tap into, like meditation.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to start tapping in on that. Like, I actually started this week. You know, so I'm just taking it slow day by day, you know, trying to, piece by piece. Like, I try to do like 5-minute intervals and stuff until I get it down to a science. It's a lot to go into meditation. Like, you really got to tap into another mindset. You got to kind of block everything out and just really kind of like hear yourself, if that makes sense.
So, ask you a question. I know for me, meditation is something that I do at times. I don't do it as often as I used to. But have you ever looked into the resources that your job has for you as far as your mental health?
Oh yeah, they big on our mental health.
Okay.
They big. They definitely got resources.
Because I know for me in my job, like they actually have, I don't know if you've ever heard of, it's an app that you can actually download that actually play meditations for you. And it actually will read them to you and mantras and stuff like that. So my job actually provides that for us. So at night, those nights when I just can't sleep, I actually cut the TV off and sit in the darkness and just let that play. And a lot of times it actually relaxes my mind because there's different stages to it. You can go meditation, you can go relaxation, you can go sleep, prayer, whatever you need through this app, you can actually do it. So my thing to you fellas out there, if you have jobs, which most of us do because we all got a family to take care of, look into the resources that you have at work. And a lot of times these resources are at no cost to you, so you're not paying for it. Like, for example, my job has where I can see a therapist 10 times for a particular issue, and it's free. And if I'm still not good after those 10 times, I can reword that same issue and be seen. So look into it, man, so you can get these things done and take care of yourself. So the gym ain't everything. That mental health matters.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, the older you get, the sharper your mind has to be.
Yep.
So, and with that being said, we're going to take another break and we'll be back.
All right.
All right, welcome to the Reason to Chill, to A Reason to Chill, not the reason, A Reason to Chill podcast with your boys Tim and Derek sitting here. We chopping it up, having some good old conversation. You know, that brotherly bonding that has to happen in time. Like every man needs that one brother or brothers who they can go to and talk about shit, who they can bounce stuff off of. And that's the next thing we're gonna talk about. So Derek, I know when we've talked in the past about who we go to when we having issues going on.
Yeah.
So if you had to pick any amount of people, we'll just say 3 people.
Okay.
Who you go to when you're having issues or you need somebody to talk to or you want to bounce something off of somebody. Who you going to, man?
Well, I got my 3 people. First and foremost, the woman that gave me life, my mother. You know, that's like my true best friend. Like, I can go to my mom, talk to her about anything. Like, don't have to worry about no judgment. She's understanding. She's gonna give me the best sound advice ever. I mean, I can talk to my mom about anything, and she done, you know, seen me through some dark times, you know, but that's neither here or there. Second note is a good friend of mine, man. I met him at the job we at now, man. Met him almost 11 years ago. Then when me and him first met, man, we clicked instantly, man. My man, man, my dog, my future brother-in-law, man, Jimmy. Yeah, man, I can talk to him, man. He's another one that gave me some great advice, man. I'm talking about, yeah, it's just phenomenal the way he just break it down and, you know, just keep me level-headed. You know, I do the same for him. You just keep each other level-headed. The third person is a woman that I don't know for 24 years. Definitely a sister to me. Like, we won't even call each other friends. Like, nah, you sis. And my homegirl, tell you know, I met her back in '99, and you know, I used to date her cousin, like in high school. Like, me and her cousin dated throughout high school, and then, ironically, you know, me and her, well, me, excuse me, my ex-wife and her is best friends, and then, so she basically been in my life like since '99, and seen me through 2 relationships. So yeah, man, and those are my 3. So yeah,
I got you. So I'm gonna be remiss. So I've told you this story before, how I was in a situation and Jesus came down and slapped me on the back of my neck with a sandal.
yeah.
So I'm not Jesus by any means, but I would be remiss if I don't bring this up right now. You missing one, bro.
You say I'm missing one?
You missing one. You gotta go to that.
Oh, my lady.
Absolutely.
Yes,
man.
of course. My lady.
We cannot leave her out. Like,
Absolutely,
that is definitely a go to. Like,
yes, absolutely.
we know those pillow talk conversations
Yeah,
just be
they
something
do the
different, man.
They be different,
They
man.
just hit home. Like,
They do.
It like it touches your soul. Like, you just, yeah, it just does something to you.
Yeah.
So we'll be remiss if we left her out. So
Absolutely.
I had to spin the block on that to
Absolutely.
make sure she ain't slapped him in the back of the neck when she see this.
Absolutely.
So
yeah,
I had to spin that block real quick.
yeah.
All right, but my go-tos. One is my little sister. She's my cousin, but she's my little sister. I can go to her for anything. That's one that, like you said, there's no judgment there.
Nah, no judgment.
None at all. Like, I can tell her anything in the world and she just gonna be like, you stupid. Or she gonna be like, all right, that sounds like a solid move. And when my grandfather passed, like, when I said me and her bounced off each other, like, everything we did was, we was yin and yang.
Yeah.
Neither one of us made a move without the other one. So that's one. 2, my mom. Like he said, my mom is that one person I can go to for anything. I can talk to about anything, and if she needs me, I'm there. If I need her, she's there. Like, case in point, I'm going to get her on Saturday. My mom is actually moving in with me. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of not torn about it in the beginning, but I knew it had to be done. I just knew it would be an adjustment for both of us, because we're both super independent, so we're going to butt heads. I already know this, but we're going to figure it out and work it out together. I got a big bro in Atlanta. We were actually joining fraternity together. We were line brothers, so I can go to him about anything as well, and there's no judgment. Him and his wife. I can call either one of them, and we're going to chop it up, and we may not talk for 3 to 6 months at a time. But when we talk, we're going to be on the phone for 3 hours talking about everything. And I would slap myself in the back of the neck if I left mine out, like my lady. Like I said, those pillow talk conversations are everything. Like, that's when we can rehash our day and we'll ask each other, what do you got going on there? I'm taking over the world, trying to figure out how to take over the world, and we do it together, hand in hand. So that's my people who I go to for any and everything. Like, that's fam. So we're gonna change the subject a little bit, and we're gonna let this roll on.
All right.
What do you think about getting a little real life special going right now? Talking about some that bedroom stuff. How is it? Not too detailed, of course. We ain't dropping no details.
Nah.
But we got to keep it spicy a little bit. You think we should keep it spicy, or we should hold off on that?
We'll hold off on that to another episode.
We'll hold off to another episode.
Yeah. We'll hold off on that. Yeah,
All right. So, with that being said, my people, we appreciate y'all tuning in. This has been episode 2 of A Reason to Chill podcast. We're missing a co-host tonight, and we're gonna check y'all out later. Tim, D, we missing Jason, brother. You always here. We glad you good, but we understand the situation. And I miss on.
No, you good.
Got you.
That's it, man.
All right. So last thing, we gonna drop these things on here so y'all can go follow us. We got TikTok. We got Facebook. We got Instagram.
Yep. And I got Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Yep.
We on X yet?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter too.
It's Twitter or X?
X.
You gotta say it right. So
X, yeah.
We're gonna drop all of them so
X.
y'all can go follow us and keep up with the up to date. So
absolutely.
During the week we plan on dropping little snippets of the upcoming episodes. So if you can catch them, you'll catch the snippets and you can see what we're gonna talk about that week. But until then, Tim, D, we out.
And always remember, come chill with us.
Where? A Reason
to Chill podcast.